Okay, so I wanted to record this piece. Kasha and I were just talking, having a great conversation about the future of crypto. And my thoughts are that I want to share with you are that the future is so wide open. Like the future, when it comes to crypto, is just so massively wide open. Um, like we're still so in the beginning stages. Like you have to realize that we're so early into this still. Um, Let me find this image that will help. I'm going to share my screen here. All right. So this is like the adoption cycle. Oh, that's a better one right there. Technology adoption life cycle. How can I just get this image? Open image in new tab. Look at that. I love technology. Check it out. Okay, so here's the adoption of technology life cycle. If you've taken my Bitcoin course, you've seen this. So this all technology goes through this adoption cycle. Okay. By all technology, I mean the telephone, obviously cell phones, pagers, but I also mean the refrigerator. Okay, the refrigerator was new technology at one point. The radio, the television, right? Now there's a television in every home. Now there's a cell phone in everyone's hand. Where we are in Bitcoin is here. We're still in this early stage, this early majority. We might actually even be in early adopters. Okay, so the future is out here, right? We've got iPhones, we've got Samsungs, we've got HTC, right? Nokia is gone. BlackBerry is pretty much gone, right? It's like we're here now when it comes to like cell phones and smartphones. We're down here now. We're at the end. Everybody's got one. There's more cell phones on the planet than there are people right now. Okay, so where we are in Bitcoin is probably like here, to be honest, early adopters. I just did a video just 2 minutes ago talking about how England just reported that 5% of its population owns crypto. So 5% of England, right? That's huge because a few years ago there was less than 3%, probably less than 1%. So we're in this curve, we're in this phase. And the thing is soon we're going to ramp up. Soon it's going to ramp up, and we're going to come to this point soon. But that phase, nobody knows. That's probably 5 years away. That's probably 3 years away. And the amazing thing is what's happening right now with the coronavirus and the money printing and the government's just, giving out billions and billions of dollars to their friends and banks and people actually this time around, is that people are realizing that the cycle is broken. Some people are catching on that the current system is broken. It's a fraudulent fiat system. So because of, thankfully, this COVID thing, this is going to cause this adoption to rise. And the more time goes on, this is going to rise. I was just 5 minutes ago recording another video about hedge funds that are now raising millions of dollars for crypto. So we're still in this early adoption cycle. So forgive me, we're not here in the majority because we're not talking majority. We're the minority. We're still here. So eventually crypto is going to go through this whole cycle, and we're going to get to this late majority cycle, right? Eventually, like your other family members will get into crypto. I'm a millennial, and there's a study that shows that 60% of millennials prefer their money in cryptocurrency, and they trust it more, crypto, than the banking system. So the future is so wide open, you guys. We have like still 20 years to go for this whole rest of the thing to play out. And by that time, my kids who are teens now will be full grown adults in their 30s, right? In their 30s. And I'm in my 30s now. So we're here, and we're still going to go through all this. So the future is massively wide open. So if you're wondering of a conversation of like which crypto is best, which crypto is going to win, nobody knows. Nobody knows. Okay. And the case with Bitcoin, I believe, is that eventually Bitcoin will become outdated technology, much like Nokia. Nokia is now outdated, right? Nobody uses a Nokia cell phone anymore. But Nokia got us here. Nokia basically got us here. So the problem with Bitcoin is that it's pretty fixed technology. It was the originator, it was the father, it was the mother, it gave birth to everything else, but its technology is pretty fixed, and not a lot can be improved. Okay, but um, other coins like Ethereum have a huge development community. They have a huge technology community. Stellar also, right? Litecoin also, they have huge communities behind them with backing. developers, they've got constant investment. You know, I just read that JP Morgan just got on board with Ethereum, which in a way is good because it's going to drive adoption in technology and change, but also not so good because crypto was invented not for those guys, but for us. Okay, so regarding the future, I mean, nobody knows. We're still very, very early. Um, it's my personal view that Bitcoin will not be the one in the future, but the one is like 20 years out. Okay, a lot of these, cryptos that let's see if we can find them. A lot of these cryptos that you don't know of yet, but are really intriguing and they're interesting and they're gaining technology and they're gaining infrastructure and they're gaining momentum. Momentum is very key. These ones could be the future. Okay, EOS, big community. Tezos, big community. Chainlink, very active recently. Tron, lots of people behind Tron. Monero, obviously, one of the only true privacy coins. Huge, huge, huge potential. So one of these ones could be the next one, right? Could be the one for the future, but it could be one of these guys as well. Look at all these other ones. Look at all these other ones. It could be one of these guys, okay? Some of these other ones also show big potential. But you know the wild thing? Since we're 20 years out, it's possible that the one, like the big one that we're waiting for, the big one that will like change everything and maybe will be the one that we all use nationwide, maybe it hasn't even been invented yet. That's the biggest thing. We're still so early in this cycle. Maybe it hasn't even been invented yet. And
so Michael, where do you find your information to educate yourself on some of these other ones, right? Like, because you obviously know about a lot of these and you're saying, you know, they're interesting what they're doing. So what is your source to find information on some of these other cryptos that aren't so well known?
Great question. I subscribe to different news channels and news, like crypto news services. So I say where I get my information from is a few places. I would say YouTube. There's a lot of great people on YouTube. One that I like a lot is called Digital Asset News. I would highly recommend subscribing to him. Also like Friends, because I'm in this community, so Friends will reach out, hey, have you heard of this one? You know, because I'm in the community, right? And I have friends that are in this space. Another one is email lists and news sites. So here are several of the places that I subscribe to for news. And you've probably seen me, you know, refer to these already, and you've probably seen me make some videos of them already. So this is a great one here, Cointelegraph. This is a great one. This is the website right here, Cointelegraph. Solid. Okay, so let me see. There is Cointelegraph. There is also Coin Market Cap. You've seen that one maybe in my Bitcoin course that I did, because this is one of the major websites that now globally people refer to for prices specifically. It's mostly prices. It's mostly a prices website. It's not so much a news website. Okay, it's really great for prices and market cap and volume. But this one is fantastic for news, Cointelegraph. Okay, so Cointelegraph, and then
thank you.
Yeah, no problem. If you want to really get like super technical, there's a great service called Into the Block. I like a lot. Okay, but that's super duper technical. Like some of you, it'll just go like whoop, way over your head. What they do is really cool. They do deep analysis into blockchain and blockchain metrics. Okay. What else? I think those are some great solid main ones to get you guys started. Most definitely.
And they'll talk about like this one here that you have up there, that Cointelegraph. That one will give you some of the smaller ones too, because yes. CIC again, they're listing the bigger ones at the top, but I want to know about some of these smaller ones too and what they're doing in their up and coming.
Hold on, I just had to plug in before my laptop shuts down. I had to plug in my Charger. Yeah. So this one is great because you can get specific news on specific coins, but then you could just click here and say altcoins, and
Hmm.
those will just give you like all of the altcoins that some you've heard of, some you've never heard of. So this is one of the reasons why a coin called ADA or Cardano has been growing a lot recently, is because they're launching a major update to their coin.
Okay.
Okay.
Hmm.
And then the last source, which is a great source, is like your exchanges, right? So your exchanges, uh, they provide good news as well, like BitBuy for Canada, uh, Coinbase for America, obviously Binance. And then there's another one in Canada that you've heard me mention before, but I stopped using, is CoinSquare. They send out good,
I have still not gotten verified off of CoinSquare.
yeah,
Well, I believe I am verified, but it's more they just don't allow me to make transfers easily, and they don't accept any of my credit cards. And I'm just beyond the point of calling the bank and
yeah,
explaining myself to them. So BitBuy, I end up just going with BitBuy.
yeah, me too. I stopped using Coinbase, or sorry, I stopped using CoinSquare.
CoinSquare.
Yeah, for Canada, I just stick with BitBuy. And but both exchanges send good emails with good like information recaps. They do.
Right.
So even though I don't use CoinSquare anymore, I still get their emails and I still read them.
Okay, thank you. Those are all the questions I had.
Awesome. Stellar.